Superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Field. I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I am your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Terry T-Bomb Long. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Woo, woo, woo. Man, we got a great show for you guys. Welcome, DMV, to Spotlight Over the City. Everybody at the sound of my voice, uptown, of course, southeast, southwest, and northeast, of course, in the building. Don't forget Landover, Palmer Park, Sea Pleasant. Everybody, Upper Marlboro, Mississippi, I ain't forget you.
Yes.
All of you guys, the whole VA. Hall Mills Network. If you guys are looking at us on Roku TV right now, it's because of Hall Mills Network.
Hey.
So you can tune in to us right now on Roku TV as well, Hall Mills Network as well. Shout out Jeannie Jones. We miss you, boo. Where you been?
Meow.
We didn't do 60 seconds with Jeannie Jones last month, but we'll be back with that this month. She has some other things going on. So shout out to you in LA, Jeannie. Thank you for being a part of Spotlight. We love you to death.
Yes.
And you are amazing. So, Atlanta. Man, we can't.
Hey.
I told y'all we was coming, so we covering things in Atlanta again, as you already can see. Spotlight Over the City, ATL is in the building.
Yes.
We are stretching out. God is amazing. He's given us some amazing platforms, so we are grateful for that. Atlanta, Charlotte, we're coming. Fayetteville, Raleigh, Durham, that whole area. Thank you guys for the support. we have some listeners all the way in Virginia, in the deep part, and forgive me because I don't remember the name of the place that you guys are in Virginia. But thank you for tuning in the Spotlight Over the City. We appreciate you guys and everybody who listens on Facebook. We love you guys for locking down with us, being consistent.
Instagram, all of you.
We thank you guys for growing with us. Everybody who's grown with us, we appreciate the movement. Let's get to it.
Yes, let's
got an
get
amazing
to
show.
it. Well, what I like to do is rewind a little bit and share with you all some of the fun things that we did last weekend. One of the things we did last weekend was we went to this play called What Kind of Man? At first, we didn't know. Come on in, fam. Have a seat. At first, we didn't know.
Yeah, anywhere over there. We got Tracy Lee in the building.
Yes. Hey.
Yeah, man. Legendary. It's great to
Yes,
heat it.
yes.
Our guests have arrived. All of them are in the building. So we can really have an amazing
lit show. But I didn't know, right? I told Stan that, oh, yeah, it's right down there in Fort Washington where we went before, blah, 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 right?
Man,
we driving.
I thought we was going out of town. I say, now you sure this young lady told us the play was down? Like we done bent corners and went down highways. So we finally made it to the play, right? And shout out to her too as well. Shout out to what's my man?
Bobby Burwell,
Trey Burwell singing his butt off.
Well,
and,
his daughter wrote the play, right? Her name is Melanie Burwell. Shout out to you, Melanie, because
Melanie.
you did your thing writing. I said, I can see that play turning into a film on the big screens. I'm telling you, the messages that we got in that play were awesome. You did an amazing job. Can't wait to have her on the show.
Yeah, definitely. And Trey actually sung a few songs at the intermission, so to speak.
Yes.
And it was real intimate, the setting. Like, I like how the I forgot the name of the theater, but you actually sit right there, like almost on the stage.
Very intimate. It's down
right?
there,
So,
like Charles County, like down in Indian Head, Maryland. So it's way past Bryan's Road, way past all of that.
It's almost in Texas, but I mean... What the hell?
Texas,
it was
though?
cool. Hey, it was worth the ride, though. Hey, I was worth the ride.
Yes, because it's more time that we spend in the car together, honey.
Yep, you're right, boo.
See?
And so, but who else? We was talking about somebody else that had something to do with that play that we wanted to shout them out. You shout out Melly. You shout out Trey. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
the mom and dad. Yeah, that's a whole talented family right there, right? So shout out to you all.
Amazing play.
Upcoming plans though. This Saturday we got a lot of stuff going on. Saturday we've got the annual Tricky Ink.
Man.
For the Cooling You.
For the Cooling You, man.
Yes.
Hey.
We got a little clip for you all to see on that. We got lots of artists going to be there, lots of vendors. We've been going for the last couple of years. You know, Tricky Ink, they put on an amazing thing. Yeah, let
the clip speak. We'll be right back.
It's called Tricky Entertainment.
Tricky Ink. Take your time. We'll find. We'll talk about it till you find. How about that?
Yes.
But I'm still indecisive. And she want me to wait, baby, but I know I shouldn't be doing this, but here we go again.
Wait, okay, you back.
Okay, yeah, I was feeling that.
Yes.
Shout out Ray Nas. Shout out
Saturday.
Brad. Shout out what's my man over there that got the book? That's my man.
Oh,
too.
Kurt.
Shout out Kurt. Everybody, all the original Trick Inks, all the add-ons, everybody who's doing their thing over there, Trick Inks, St. John, everybody. I love you guys. Amazing group.
Yes.
And they always put
We
on
just
for
saw
the
Black
city.
this week.
Sure did.
Hey,
Shout out
y'all.
Black. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on. But I do want to say that they do amazing things and they have amazing functions and it's always grown and sexy.
Right, and it's going to be this Saturday down in Clinton at the Clinton Sports Park, and it's from 12 p.m. to dark. You can bring your lawn chair. It's going to be several vendors and everything there. Tickets are still on sale. You can get your tickets at universe.com.
Can you put that flyer up one more time for me?
Universe.com/Wine Festival 2019. You can also go to Tricky Entertainment's website and get all the information. We'll be out there on Saturday, so hope to see you there. And then on Saturday, Stan and I, we got to get dressed real fancy like the Great Gatsby. For we have some friends. Shout out to Taurus and Yolanda. Happy birthday, Taurus. But they have the Nelson Manor, and they're going to be having a grand 20-year wedding anniversary shindig, and we're going to be dressed up. So check us out on our live story. Yes, we're going to be gangster together. Yes. I can't wait. So Saturday we have a busy day, and I think that's it, right? for this weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
And everybody who in Atlanta too, I think I put that flyer in there. E.
yeah.
Everybody who's in the ATL. When
There's
is
a
that?
comedy event. There's a flyer from Terry Miles about an event.
Shout out
there we
Head,
go,
too.
right here.
Shout out my homeboy Head. He put me in my first movie, as a matter of fact. Terry Miles, and he's also in a movie. What's that movie Master P and them doing? Don't make me mess.
I don't know.
I got the hook up too, and the boy Fat Boy in there. Fat Boy hilarious too. Fat Boy in there, and he played Uncle Buck in there. Terry Miles, but he's hosting a comedy joint with TK Kirkland and some other cats down there
Cleon,
on Friday,
the
June
comedian.
the 7th. Yeah. And it's gonna be cool. So I want you guys, if you're down there in the A, I know I got a lot of people who tune in from the A because we started in the A, and so a lot of people still locked and loaded. And if you are there and you want to get out and have a good time, make sure you support the movement. That's gonna be a good look.
And real quick, I went to a brunch on this past, I think it was Saturday morning, Milk and Honey with CEO Monique Rose, who did it. She did her thing. It's called Dining.
Well, who is Monique Rose and what is this restaurant and what are you talking about? Because they don't know Monique Rose.
Let me back it
possibly. So you talking to an
Monique
audience.
said she outworked everybody, and I love her for that. She was
Yes.
on the show about 2 weeks ago. She is the CEO. She and her husband have got these Milk and Honey restaurant brunch where they specialize in seafood brunches.
Amazing
And
food.
Food is amazing. I can vouch for it. Go get the crabs Benedict. What did I told you it was? Crabs
I don't know,
Benedict
'cause
something.
yeah, it was good. As a
It
matter
was
of fact, you bought some
so
home. Yeah.
good,
So it's a
and-
crab cake with an omelet.
No,
It's a crab cake.
It's a crab cake on top of, so the English muffin is on the bottom, and then it's like, I think it was like it's like hollandaise sauce and an egg, and then the crab cake is on top, and it's just amazing. So,
Okay, so
shout out to you, Monique, for
before
and
we
your
shout out
husband.
anything else. Let's just stop the music for a second.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we have this an amazing sponsor by the name of Umbrella, who sponsors Spotlight Over the City. Not totally, but it's a big time sponsor of ours. And so shout out Wes over there, Umbrella, and it's a mental health situation, right?
Yeah,
So I want you to give them the.
Yeah, Spotlight
The gist.
News is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services, DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization.
I forgot to give out the number.
They take Medicaid. They take all kinds
Well,
of
who are they?
insurance. They are the number one behavioral health department company in DC.
Behavioral
Behavioral health.
Which means in any mental health situation, and before you get all wild, don't think black people think in particular if you have a mental health issue that you're crazy or something's going on. Sometimes it's just a self-check. It's just a self-check. So sometimes you need to go and sit with somebody and they can tell you some things that can help you through some things.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I think a lot of us need in our community. So
So if you
Umbrella
need
will
to
give you
use
that
their
service.
services, if you're a DC resident, ages 5 on up, and you need services for yourself or any of your family members or friends, call 1-888-793-4357 and request Umbrella Therapeutic Services. Tell them Spotlight Over the City sent you.
that was cute how you said it. 188 what? What did you say?
1-888-793-4357.
All right, man. White, you did
yes,
that.
I did that.
All right, so
So-
big time Umbrella. We love you, Wes.
Yes.
We appreciate all the things that you guys are doing for the community over there at Umbrella. So
We absolutely
we're proud
do.
to have you as a sponsor. For
So
Spotlight.
moving on, Jason Mitchell. For those of you all who don't know who this young man is, he played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton, which
And he played
my
Eazy-E, too,
favorite
though.
character in that
Yeah.
movie. Right, and he is the star of the new hit show on Showtime, The Shy.
The Shy. Well, he was.
Right. Well, he has no job. He's the next person who's going to be over there at the unemployment building because
I hate this, though.
He has no job, and he has been. What I need to do? Take the other mic. Okay, my super engineer over here is telling me to switch mics.
Okay.
Okay,
How
is this
about
better? There we go. So his lawyer done cut him off. His jobs
Oh,
done
his
fired
agent.
him. His agent has cut him off. He is about to lose some major money. He was signed up for a new comedy by the girl what's her name, Lena Waithe. Yeah,
I don't
her.
really- I know they
yeah.
pulled it.
And so they pulled all of that because allegedly he's got some harassment issues. Some females that he has been working with reported him several times to HR, and that didn't work. And so apparently something is going on with this Jason Mitchell that is causing him to lose a lot of money, and things are spotted out. Yeah, and so what has happened now? People have gone back into his past. So 2 years ago, he went the F
Bananas.
off.
Yeah.
He went bananas on a Delta airline.
So y'all tell me if it's justifiable. That's
show
what I
him this
wanna
clip
know.
real quick,
Let's
E.
go to the clip. We'll be right back. Spotlight.
Fuck out of here. To have access to the main aisle to the seats, help us flight undergo much more quickly. If you are just required to go first couple on board today's flight, we are reminding you please store the largest airflow or your duffel bags within overhead bin compartments. Smaller stuff belongings such as laptop bags, backpacks, purses, briefcases, or any smaller stuff belongings should be stored underneath those seats in front of you.
If you want to be in a fucking situation,
Getting
let's
settled,
shut
please
your
don't hesitate
no.
to inform a member of your
He
crew
gonna
once
shut his
again
fucking
welcome
mouth.
aboard Delta.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not sitting in my seat anyways. I'll bat the fuck out you. Unless you sit next to children or anything else, out. Boy, no, ma'am. I'm not moving. No, I'm not moving. No, fuck these people. I will smack the fuck out of him, Josh. You know, man. You know what? I'm gonna get off the phone and I'm gonna go to sleep. Everything is fine. I'm gonna be, because I gotta work. I'm gonna go. Josh, I love you, bye. You say something else to me, I'm gonna smack the fuck out you. Look that. I'm good. As long as this pussy don't say nothing else. Look your fuck. What I just said. Look that way. Look that way. You don't know what the fuck I'm going through while you in my fucking conversation. Pussy.
You're making this all part of your conversation.
Exactly. So what the fuck did I say?
I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Because you ain't in my fucking conversation, pussy. So look that way. As long as you look that way, we good. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm gonna go to sleep. I swear I'm gonna be good. But I paid for a first class seat, and I work for Delta. I do all this shit. I paid my money, and I made my flight on time. You don't. No. I will smack the fuck out of him if he say something else to you. So let's do this. No, you got curtains or something, you can close this off. Don't you gotta wait and close first class off? Close them away.
So anyway, that has come back to haunt him because that just shows exactly what these women have been claiming him, and they've been, they use,
just saying he's overly aggressive.
Yeah, overly
and
aggressive.
overly
They're saying,
assertive
that
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So let's get a mic in the audience because we're gonna wait. I want to do the weigh in while we talk. I want y'all to mic up about this one. You got to extra. Yeah, don't be silent. I want to hear this because look, this is what I'm saying. She's gonna bring it right on over there. This is my opinion. I saw it. I just saw this yesterday, right? First, it's not new, so I don't want y'all to think he just did this. So for all the audience that haven't seen it, this is not something he did Thursday. But what I will say is this period, right? As blacks, we got to move different. Like, I'm just telling you, we got to move different. Because if you were white, I'm just being honest, if you were white and you wouldn't have to get that irate. That's just facts. You would, well, I don't understand. What is going on here? What is this? This is ridiculous. And the minute I say that, they calm down. What's going on, sir? How can I help you? And I'm going to say, here, this is my seat. This is crazy. I can't believe
my
it.
crazy husband.
So guess what they're going
right?
to say? Guess what they're going to say? Sir, get your ass up. This is seat. Yours in the back. That didn't happen to them. So then he say, so what the hell is going on? Because this is my seat right here, lady.
Right.
And then the pilot came. So he say, look here, man. This it. And the pilot said, yeah, I understand. But go back there. And then, yeah.
So he just went
So
off,
what y'all think?
He did pay for his
Now, he
first
tried.
class seat.
He tried to be
he said, look,
domestic now.
He said, look here, this is all I want to do is sit in my seat that I
Yeah,
paid
they
for.
didn't show that part. He started off saying, man, I paid for first class. This is my seat. And they was like, okay, no. And he say, this it. I'm showing you the ticket. And they say, no. So you tell me what you going to do, audience. You tell me what's your name and what you going to do with this. Okay, so just tell me what you going to do. I got a secret squirrel in the audience. What you going to do?
First off, I think he should have responded differently.
How
Yeah.
differently?
The tone.
Okay.
Yeah.
If his tone was a little calmer, I think he would have got a better response. Him being irate gives him
Okay.
exactly the stereotype that most black people get.
Facts.
So I think he could have toned
approach.
down. The approach would have been different.
Right.
And at this point, you're on the flight. You're holding up other people. You're holding up time.
Right.
You're not getting to where you need to be faster. So
Gotcha.
you have a seat. Just suck it up.
Like the lady,
and
like
move
one
on
of the passengers said.
and file your
Just
complaint
report
after
Delta.
the fact.
Call
Yes.
Delta tomorrow. File a grievance. Do this and that. Go ahead and have a seat and go ahead. It's just not your seat. But what his problem was, he paid for his seat, and so he felt slighted, and he felt away. I would have felt away, but I just would have kind of calmly, made my point another way.
But can I add this? I think to throw up his past in that situation has nothing to do with the current situation that he's in. That's just proven, again, a stereotype that a young black man, he gets angry, and this is how he uses his aggression.
Right.
Yeah.
But from what I've read, he's sexually assaulted.
Right.
The individuals he's working with. It's
Right.
like the on-screen girlfriend.
Right.
So if that's the case, and it's been communicated to higher authorities within like management or filming, they didn't handle it correctly. So
Right.
now him being without a job, his own demise.
Right. So to her point, that's what I was trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
So we got to move on.
I
though.
get
We
it.
gotta-
Move
we gotta
on.
Get our guests up here.
Okay, rapper The Baby. He's been a hot topic all week, right? He knocked this guy out. What's his name, baby?
I've been telling
Cam
y'all for a couple years about
Coldheart.
Shorty. I've been telling y'all.
Yeah, apparently at the Louis Vuitton store down in where The Baby is from, Charlotte. What is it called? South Park Mall. We go to the clip.
We gotta get out. Let's go to the clip, E, so we can get right to it. Cause we gotta get our guests up.
Y'all look at this nigga The Baby. That nigga The Baby in here talking some shit. He walking up on me and shit like he about to do something. What you don't do? What you taking your shit off for?
Grown man.
Come on, you a
like
bitch.
cold-blooded idiot.
Y'all look at this nigga The Baby.
Nobody talking to you about nothing.
That nigga The Baby in here talking some
Clout
shit.
chaser instantly. Right? A grown clout chaser. You're not like 16.
Nigga so scared, boy. Ooh, I should make him go fire. Come buy your shit. Don't be scared.
Watch this.
Come buy your shit. Come buy your shit. Scared of what? Come buy your shit.
Anytime this bullying gone bad, I can watch it over and over and over.
Scared of what? Play. Cody. Cam Coldheart. Huh, Cam Coldheart.
Look at the
I'm the
result.
truth, nigga.
Look at the result.
Knock them out. Me. Dolo. I'm the truth.
They in South
Quit
Park
playing
Mall
with me,
in
boy.
a high-end district in
Quit
North
playing with me,
Carolina,
boy.
Charlotte,
Pick your
North
pants up,
Carolina.
nigga.
Where-
What the fuck is you talking about,
in
nigga?
front of the Louis store.
Fuck
Let's
wrong with him? Huh,
Let's
Cam
get to it. Let's
Coldheart.
get to it, E. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is what everybody been saying. Is that justifiable? Is that too much? Should he wasn't even on that. He was on shopping time. And this dude clout chasing because he's an idiot. And so now he decides, well, I'm gonna he's at the end of the day, he said, I got 50,000 more followers behind that. And that's something he bragged about on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So to his point, he's a clout chaser. He's admitted clout chaser. But all I'm going to say, the reason I showed this clip is because I'm trying to get people to understand that these young kids are escalating this situation where they running up on rappers and they clout chasing and they snatching chains. They doing a lot of that, right? Way more than people reporting. And so the outcome is starting to be severe. And this is one of the lighter outcomes. But this same little dude then left somebody in a Walmart, and this same little dude right here, The Baby, and no disrespect to him because I've been telling him about The Baby for a long time. I knew about him when I lived in Charlotte. And so this same little dude left a guy dead in a Walmart.
Yep.
Inside of the Walmart, 19-year-old ran up on him with a pistol and was being aggressive with him and his family. His kid actually was there. And so allegedly, the guy didn't get a chance to leave the Walmart. These people, these young kids not getting a lesson. They're not understanding that this is not just something that could happen. It definitely could happen.
Yeah.
And so you got to chill. Let's get to it.
Spotlight Shining Star is my husband's favorite segment of the show. And
Yes,
this
it
week's
is.
Spotlight Shining Star is Iman Ahmed. Iman is an Ethiopian graduate from Atlanta who becomes the first student in 20 years to graduate with a 4.0 from Howard University School of Pharmacy. She's beautiful and got brains galore, and I am saluting to you,
Yes.
Imar.
So
It's
give it up
Iman
for her. This
Ahmed.
is what we call black excellence. So you say, why is this my favorite part of the show? Because you don't get this in regular news. You don't get this on a lot of shows. We always talk positive energy. We try to keep positive energy on Spotlight of the City. And so anything we can salute in the community and find somebody that other people won't big up, we do just that. And so this young lady deserves to be Spotlight Shining Star, and so she is. Let's get to
Yeah,
it.
well, let's get to it right
Showtime.
out. Showtime. We've got two
Showtime.
amazing guests in the building, so we're going to take a really quick commercial break, and when we come back, it'll be me,
Hey, E,
Stan, and some of my
Not to cut
friends.
you off, but E, before you go to the commercial, can you find my book trailer? I think I've already had it stashed in there. If you don't see it, then don't worry about it. But it was stashed in as a commercial.
Hey,
It's my
cousin
book
Eddie.
trailer. It says Blackbird Melly, The Transformation of a Gangster book trailer. Don't trip. Let's go to a
Hey,
commercial.
everybody.
Spotlight.
Quick
We'll be
commercial
right
break.
back.
Baby, since it's
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. Superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. And as you can see, we have got some amazing friends of ours.
Yes.
We call them our family now. We've got Tracy Lee in the building.
The legendary.
The legendary.
Put the legendary in there.
Woo! Yes, and we got
respect on it.
Put some respect on it. And we've got I mean, she is a powerhouse in this DMV area. And I don't know where else she's been, but I know in the DMV area, she is known as one of the powerhouse female vocalists in this area, hands down. Miss
sure.
Tiny Adams is in the
Give
building.
it up for
Woo!
Yes, thank you guys for being part of the Spotlight family.
Thank you both for being here today. Yes. Yes.
All the way from NY.
Well, that's where it originated from, right?
Well, actually, I'm from Philly.
Okay, Philly in the building.
Yeah, but I've been here since '88, so you know what I mean.
Oh, 1988. Those are some good old years.
Yeah, went right to that school right across the street.
Yeah, HU. Okay.
Never left.
And never left.
Okay. So
Man, so many people here that we didn't even know was here or lived here. Yeah, that's in the industry. That's crazy.
Yep, absolutely.
So let's tell them a little bit about Tracy Lee and who is Tracy Lee. We're gonna get to you.
Yes.
Oh man, well, like I said, I'm originally from Philadelphia. Came in '88, graduated from Howard University in '92 with a degree in communications.
Yeah, this is
And okay.
Straight ahead.
And then but all the while I was at Howard, it was music. That was my thing. My mother was like, nah, go get a job, da 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 da, as soon as you get out. But nah, I did stuff to make ends meet, but it was primarily music. And so from the relationships that I made while I was at Howard, I went to school with Puff. I went to school with Mark Pitts, who's the head of Boston Entertainment, who has Miguel and J. Cole and all these cats.
Yeah.
Actually, I was the first cat that he signed. Derek D. Angeletti is the one that, who also went to Howard. We were all on campus at the same time. We were all interested in the industry. And those guys, got in Derek first. And then Mark got in on the executive side underneath Puff, and he was managing big. And so he parlayed that into his own situation at Universal. And then I was the first act that he signed.
Wow.
And so, from there, got signed in
that.
'97, put out an album, Many Faces, in '97, made songs with Big, made songs with Busta, did joints with Kanye, a young Kanye coming in the game.
Man.
Wait, don't just rush past that like those small accolades. Like,
Hey.
that's a wish list for a lot of rappers today, like to grab one of them, right?
Right.
Of course, not Big is not possible to do, but of course, if they could, they would definitely want. Nobody would not want to work with Big. But when you mention a Kanye, old Kanye and a new Kanye,
Right.
he's still a musical.
He's
genius.
still a musical
absolutely.
genius.
Nah,
Yeah.
nobody can take away from his
Yes.
musical talent.
Yes.
So he's an ultimate talent. So when you say you work with these people, that's a big deal, and you did it early in their career.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you did
Like
it early.
when I see a lot of the kids out and we get to talking and, I guess because I'm not the one to just put it out there, but if it comes up in conversation and I tell people, yeah, I did, songs with Big. So
Right.
like, what, you did a song with, you did a song with Kanye? Oh,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
So, the one with Big is called Keep Your Hands High. It's on the Many Faces album, which was really that was a record that people weren't supposed to know that Big was on it unless you actually played the record because we didn't get sticker rights. We couldn't advertise the fact that Big was on the album.
I got
So
you.
now we
Got
get
it.
into the politics. of
Yep.
it, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Busta, I did a song with Busta called, actually, my hit single was, the theme is Party Time.
That's right.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so Busta was on the remix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Busta
Yeah.
was on the remix, and we shot a video for that. And then Kanye he did 2 records for me before he took off, and that was on an unreleased album called Live from the 215, which I did under Universal, but it was never released again. And it had people like Black Rob on it, Buckshot Shorty on it. It had who else was on it? Corrupt was on that album.
Wow.
Man, okay.
Yeah. So, but again, that got shelved, and then I got relieved of my duties, if you will.
Yeah.
But you've been in this for a
But you've been in the
long,
game. I call
long
you legendary
time.
because you've been in the game for a long time. And what I was most impressed to find out, not just that's not impressive, but the fact that you are now an entertainment attorney.
Right.
Man, give it up for that. Man, this man is an entertainment
When
attorney.
did that happen?
Like a legit attorney.
Like
So-
when did that happen? Like, did that mix up with you being in the industry, or did that come first?
No, it happened as a result of me being in the industry.
Really?
It happened as a result of me getting in the game, just wanting to be in the game and get my music heard, to not really concentrating on the business aspect, not approaching it the way that an artist should when it comes to the business of music. And so when I signed my deal initially, I hired a corporate attorney. It wasn't an entertainment attorney.
Yeah.
And then you got to understand that these, people are in cahoots, if you will. You got to watch who's in your best interest.
Yeah.
Right.
So the guy that I hired, he took the bag and ran. He made the deal. We did the deal. And I'm not saying that I didn't sign it, on my own volition. Like I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know all the
You
intricacies
didn't
of
understand
the
the
contract.
whole, yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't
Yeah.
explained to me the right way.
Wow.
So while we have you speaking on this, I'm glad you're doing this because a lot of young kids are getting, like Kodak Black came to mind because I remember P said he went to holler at Kodak and he was trying to get his situation together. This was early in his career. And so a lot of young kids coming in, they making a lot of money because they're internet famous. They're not even waiting on the label.
Absolutely.
So what would you give them advice on as far as legalities to keep that money, their money, and not lose their masters, lose this, lose that? How do they maintain that not knowing?
Real simple. I mean, it's simple the way I'm going to explain it, but you still have to do your due diligence. And I'm saying do what I didn't do, which is hire an entertainment attorney who is in your best interest.
Yeah.
So how do you know? Because you thought initially, I'm assuming that this guy was in your best interest.
Well, the one thing that you must do is take, and it's difficult as a creator, you have to take not saying take the passion away, but understand that leads to blinders. Like, that gives you blinders. When you are so passionate about just getting your music heard and being famous and all of this superficial stuff that's not bringing in any money, that's what gets you in trouble. So if you are able to say, okay, cool, I know I have a talent, I know I want to get my stuff heard worldwide, but at the end of the day, I have to take that hat off and put my business hat on and understand that I have to have a business acumen about it, then that will at least give you a head start with regards to discernment of who you bring into your team. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
You may not know initially, but at least it gives you, it takes away the blinders of being able to discern, okay, I like this guy, he's knowledgeable, but I understand that he has a relationship with the record company.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's a conflict of interest.
That's right.
I can't have him in my corner.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right. That's really good advice.
That's a dual agent at that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so have you experienced something like that? First, introduce yourself to them and let them know who you are. And I'm asking because you also in entertainment business. So have you experienced those roadblocks where you definitely suffer from not having a attorney to look over your situation?
I haven't to this point necessarily needed to hire an attorney, but I am a Virgo / perfectionist / I can read. And, you know, I've always had a business mind, so I understand what he's saying. Like, when you're the artist, a lot of people just want to focus on the art, but they miss the whole point that it's the music business.
Yeah.
And
say it again, please.
Yeah, it's music business, and they
yeah.
confuse relationships because homie is cool with you. His money is still a priority. The rule number one of the law of the self-preservation.
That's right. That's right.
My pockets over yours, right?
Secure the bag. Secure the
People
bag.
get it confused, and you know, I hear a lot of people look at me now, you know, I'm cute and girly now, but I'm from the hood of things. Like, I'm from right outside of Chicago.
Right.
So,
Yes.
you know, they talk a lot of what they feel like men lingo, hood lingo, talk about loyalty. But, homie, I can't have loyalties with you. I ain't been in the dirt with you.
That's right.
I don't know what you're going to do in the clutch.
Right.
So how am I trusting you with my business and my money?
Yeah.
But people, you know, they overlook that because, no, he good. No, did you read anything? But
And
I
this is
had,
happening. So this is what I wanted you to touch on because
Yep.
this is actually happening in the industry.
oh, absolutely.
As much money as Kodak Black was making at that time when P entered his life, Universal, no disrespect to them, didn't want P to go over that contract for a reason.
Of course
Of
not.
course.
And so it was because a lot of money was probably missing out of that situation
Yeah.
because of what he signed or did not sign.
Now-
And so a lot of
right.
youngins are doing just that.
And I mean, I had a situation here where I'm dealing with a producer. All I'm trying to do is lease a track. And I was like, well, run me the paperwork. Oh, this is standard. Okay, well, let me standardly read it.
Right.
There it is.
Right.
And as I'm reading the paperwork, I was like, homie, I'm not signing this to lease for a 6-month lease on a track. If I had signed this, your paperwork says that you own all my publishing.
Yeah, crazy.
Please tell me how that's logical. To lease a beat, you're going to own all of my publishing.
Right.
But if you signed
If
it,
you-
I'm stuck.
Yep.
And that means
Because
I own
I-
your publishing.
Because I then become Esau. And
Right.
I just gave away my birthrights
That's
because
right.
I was hungry.
That's right.
That's right.
No,
That's
so-
exactly right.
But that's what gets a lot of artists, you know.
Yeah.
It's basically the hunger to get on,
Right.
if you will.
Yeah.
It's all about getting on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Business, like you said, it's about the music business. You can get on, but you won't make a dime. And then what?
Right.
And then you'll be uncomfortable in the street because you can't go anywhere.
But you know what the main thing that I hear is that, oh well, yeah, at least you be famous, at least you can do this. I'm like, okay, but look at Craig Mack, look at there's so many artists out there.
Look what happened to New Edition when they was getting scooters, and the label mates was making multi-millions.
No, but it messes with your mind too, because when the game is over. And you drop from the label, because you will get dropped from the label.
Once you can't make money for them
exactly.
no more, you gone.
Yeah. But not even, like, okay, so if you think about the percentages of people, of artists, that actually have a long-lasting career and on a major label, it's few and far between.
Yeah.
But even then, let's look at Mary J. Blige, who's having money issues now. Long time artist, very vocal about paperwork and contract issues and not reading in the beginning, and now you're 20 plus years in the game and you're not my broke.
Right.
But you're not living to the heights.
Right.
You're not living to the heights that you should be living for your career and yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, this has been repeated in the industry over and over again. And so we have to learn these lessons by speaking to this young man and people.
So are
like
you
that.
practicing? Do you practice?
Yes,
Really?
Yes. Well, I don't have a practice.
No, not. But
you're practicing.
But if someone, if I dial you up and be like, look, I need to hire you as my entertainment lawyer, could you say, all right?
Depends on what's on my plate and
right.
who it is.
Right.
Because I'm an artist as well.
Right.
So and I have.
What's primary?
Yeah.
That's your heart.
Of course. I mean, I'm always be a creator. Like that'll never leave. Like that's the God gift. You know what I'm saying? The legal side is the trade.
Yeah.
That's what I, spent $100,000 on as far as education is concerned.
Yeah.
That's not my passion.
Right.
Okay.
I did that to help.
Right.
With your passion.
But not only with my passion, but like we were just talking about, there's youngins out here that have no clue. But you have to be receptive to the information.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you're not receptive to the information,
because some of them you can't tell nothing.
Work,
Only thing I can do is give it to you on the plate. It's up to you to eat or not.
That's
so
right.
I'm gonna ask you two together. Do you guys think that it's better to sign a deal or to remain independent?
I'll let you go first.
This is something that a lot of artists ask me about, so I'm just asking you guys.
It is. I think it just depends on where you are in your career. Like, I think it's best to do independent as long as you can, because for me,
you are right.
What are you bringing to the table? What are you offering me? If I've built a fan base on my own and accumulated millions of followers, if I'm writing, like I write my own songs, if I'm producing, why am I giving that all to you to take maybe 10% of what I own 100% of? And so in hopes that you can make me a Beyonce, which that's an exception to the rule. So there's thousands of artists who get signed and are shelved. Never see the light of day. So now I'm bondaged in a contract that I can't do anything about, and now you own all of my rights for the next however many years and or albums. So if it's not if a deal isn't beneficial to you, then stay on your grind, because 100% of what I'm selling comes back to me if I'm owning everything.
Right.
But people are always looking to fast track.
So what do you say?
I say it depends on your end game. It depends on your end game. It depends on what you're trying to get out of the whole situation, and it depends on, how long your end game is. Like, there are a lot of people that are in this game just for the quick come up, just because it's fast, especially these kids. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks they can rap. Everybody thinks they can make music. Everybody thinks they can make beats, which saturates the market. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, with that being said, if you go independent, knowing that the market is saturated, now the thing is you got to find who's gravitating towards you. And are you satisfied with just those people gravitating towards you? And can you make money and make a living off of those? May not be 1 million people, may not be 1,000 people. But it could be 500. It could be 20. But as long as you're dedicated and committed to the craft, it will grow.
It will grow.
You can go to a label and use them as a bank, if you will, but understand you're going to have to give something up.
Yep. You got to give something up.
So if you know how to leverage your situation, then it can max. Like, I've seen people like a young Dolph. Like, I say, well, why would he need to be on the label at this point in his career? What I think is for leverage. So he would get a joint deal, right? I don't think he would just give up his situation. He would do a joint deal with a major label so that he can get a bigger distribution situation.
That's
in
just
my
like
opinion.
no. But that's just like what Tiny was saying. It depends on where you are in your career. If you're able to leverage that, then of course leverage it. But most new artists, you're not gonna get that.
Yeah, right. He was just a genius as far as marketing and branding himself, and he went really hard at it.
Because he was rocking independently before that. So
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on how much you're able to build. Because let's take right now the most sensational artist that is on everybody's mouth, Cardi B.
Yes.
Built everything up into a point. Mm-hmm. But once you build it independently, then I come to the table with leverage because now you're not bending, you're not bending me over.
Exactly.
Like you're going to bend someone else.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Because I have a different type of leverage.
The shaft can be this big or this big.
Exactly.
Depending on where you are in your career.
But just know the shaft is coming.
It's coming.
If you deal with a major, you're going to get a
called
shaft.
growing pains. You got it, but if you have leverage, there's less of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you can leverage it. I remember Pete went to Universal, and it was a big secret because he got them to give him an 85-15 deal, which means he kept 85% of the money. Mm-hmm. Universal was like, shh, we do it for you because you're getting a whole lot of money on your own, and we know you don't need us. Mm-hmm. And we know we can make a lot of money without having to market you and go crazy with you. Mm-hmm. But don't tell nobody about this here because we ain't doing all this.
No, you'll never see that deal again.
So that 85-15 is what caused the market, in my opinion, to shift for them to the negative. So they lost the narrative. So now what they have to do? Give you a 360.
Yeah.
Well, that was coming anyway. Because as many as, and I won't say the 85-15 would never come again. It depends on who's on the other end of that deal. But how much leverage you got?
Like I think a Cardi B could have got it. Like a Cardi B could have been like, I'm gonna need to get that.
Right
because
now,
they would have saw how much money they can make off of her, right?
85-15 plus the masters.
I'll keep my masters.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what Pete
got. Plus
he gave up. He basically gave up the mechanicals. He said, "Nah, you can have the mechanicals. Give me my publishing and let me keep my masters."
Because that's where the money is.
That's the money.
And that's what I'm saying.
So that's a college-educated guy who was a rapper, who was college-educated and from the streets. So he had street smarts, college smarts, and he went to Universal with them both. Mm-hmm. And he won.
But as far as that 360 situation, the reason why that came about, it's not really because of that. It's because the way the industry shifted. People stopped buying records.
Correct. Right.
So you couldn't make money off the records.
Right.
Now you got to start making money off of the other stuff that we kept sacred as artists. The shows,
paraphernalia, all merchandise.
So
they saying, let me get some of that.
Yeah, because we ain't making no money off the record because people are not buying physical copies anymore. They're not doing that.
That's
true. We're in an era, and I once heard DJ Iron say, we were at the station one day, and he was like, Tiny, back in the day, you used to have to wait. We used to be pressed to go to the record store to get that single, and if it was hot, it was going to be $4.99. He was like, but nowadays, you could download the song that you've never heard before the song goes off.
Yeah.
Right. Just that fast. Right?
Streaming.
Absolutely.
So the youngins have mastered it more so than the old heads like myself because the youngins understand everything digital. They understand all streaming platforms. They know how to put themselves on everything in the world that I ain't never heard of.
That's what they grew up with. Yes. They were born into that.
They were born
My son grabs my phone like automatically and knows how to scroll.
Knows how to do all that stuff.
Innately, that's just what they do. You know
real quick, I want you to tell us a little bit about Expect the Unexpected, right? And then I know you have a listening party this coming up.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Let's talk about that and anything else. I want to make sure that both of you all get to talk about some of the things that you all got coming up, so our viewers can make sure they support our family. You are a part of the Spotlight family now, so you can't get out. It's like the mob.
Yeah, once you get out, you stuck. Yeah, blood in, blood out, baby. Yeah.
Our platform is yours whenever you need it. But tell us a little bit about Expect the Unexpected, your listening party, and anything else you want.
Expect the Unexpected is out right now on all digital platforms. It's produced by my brother O-Jiz. O-Jiz he's a genius, man. If y'all don't know who O-Jiz is on the production side as a producer, his brain doesn't work like normal people, man. So me and him just collaborated on 10 songs. They all bangers, if I do say so myself. Like I said, out on all digital platforms. Please go listen to it. We've got a listening party in Brooklyn on
Brooklyn.
Saturday.
I got family up there, so I'm going to invite them out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the producer got it.
Don't worry about it.
Nah, it's all
I had a
good.
video of one of your songs. I don't know if I have a flyer of that. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, we got.
He might. We gotta keep it
don't worry
moving
about
though.
it.
I'll put it on our page. But in
Make sure
Brooklyn,
it'll
I'll
be on
tell
our
Erica
Spotlight
and them
page,
about
and it'll be
that.
on our social media. It'll be on Spotlight Instagram. It'll also be on our Facebook page.
Yeah, be on the lookout for more videos coming out.
Okay.
We dropping singles. I just dropped another single that's not even on the album called Scripture. You can only get it online. You know what I'm saying?
So they get that on all streaming platforms as well?
Well, no, you got to go to TracyLeeMusic.com where you can get the merch and this particular single, and we'll be dropping.
Is this part of your merchandise?
Yes, this is the Smoke line.
Okay.
So we're gonna make like T-shirts for every title on the song. On the album. So
I like that.
Smoke line, you know what
okay.
I mean?
Tracy Lee. So that's TracyLee music.com.
That's right.
And you can get all that stuff he just talked about. Go right there.
Yes.
Miss Tiny, what's going on with you? What you got going on?
Allure
Band.
Yes. We are at Tacoma Station every first Friday, 7 to 9. That's a free happy
we need
hour.
to go.
Okay.
$3.99.
You are the lead singer.
I am the lead singer, and I have alongside of me my partner in harmony, Mr. Uptown Mo Diggs.
Uptown, shout out to you, Uptown.
Yeah,
Mo
who's also a
Diggs.
producer.
Yes.
So we're at Tacoma Station every first Friday, 7 to 9. We were recently at Union District Oyster Bar, but right now there's a little bit on pause. So waiting to see when we'll be back there. But typically,
did you say every Friday or first Friday?
First Friday.
First Friday.
So next
Friday, Stan
next
Long.
Friday.
We going on a date to
It's
Tacoma
a good
Station.
time.
We are there. We
It's
in the
a
building.
good time.
Right.
Tracy, you gonna meet us up there?
Yeah.
We're gonna party a little
That would
bit.
be fun.
Bring the wife out.
It is
Yes.
a good time.
Next Friday.
Yeah. And then coming up, I know next month we got a lot of private events over the summer, but I will be featuring with Sugar Baron EU once again.
Shout
for
out
those
Big.
who,
Ow.
yeah. Like I used to sing with EU for 2 years, so it'll be good to be back on stage with the Bear and all
When
the
is
guys
this?
again. That's going to be Saturday, July 13th for Rennie's birthday. It's going to be at the Chateau.
Oh,
So tell me real
shucks,
quick,
the
where
Chateau.
can they get all of that information that you just gave out? You can look right in there and let them know where can they
Sure.
find you and where can they get all of that information, where you going to be.
You can find me on Instagram. I am Tiny, Tiny. I'd be surprised how many people misspell. But also Allure Band 202 on Instagram, the Allure Band on Facebook. That's
Is it
where
the
we are.
Allure Band?
Allure, yeah,
It's
the
just
Allure
Allure
Band.
Band.
Allure
Yeah.
Band. Okay,
Yep.
Allure Band. And Tracy, you are on IG as Tracy Lee Esquire.
ESQ.
ESQ.
TRACEYLEEESQ.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
you guys, we got to get ready to wrap
But
it
we
up.
got 4 minutes for this last announcement. We have a play coming up July 20th in Washington, D.C. at the Lincoln Theater. And guess who they just added to the
Did
play,
you tell
y'all?
them the name of the play? And woo.
Okay. Yeah, I got so excited. Okay, here. Confessions of a Side Chick. Vernon Williams and Lavelle Long
Shout
have
out
done it
Cuzzo,
again.
shout out Vernon.
They got a
In
hit
case you
play
don't
on
know,
their
they bought you
hands.
the gears at the MGM, one of the biggest
Yes.
plays, sold out the MGM Grand.
Yes,
They get ready to
yes.
take that national
And
as well.
not
But yeah.
only is my niece Sunny one of the main characters in this play, that's going to be her play debut. T-Bomb has just been added.
See, I told you, wifey, you stick with me, you go on places. I got my cousin to get you in the play. You see, I got your back. I got
That's
you,
my
babe.
own
I got
talent.
you, babe. You hear me?
That's my
I told you ever since we got married, I said it's only can go high, babe. That's all it is.
Listen, my husband is right. I only go high with him, and he is the great. But listen,
No, but I'm just playing. You
June
you
the
earned it.
20th in D.C. at the Lincoln Theater, and June the 27th at the
At the-
Altria
in-
Center
in
down in
Richmond.
Richmond. Get your tickets.
Get your
and
tickets.
come
Where can they
see
get
your
the tickets?
girl,
Where can they get
T-Bomb.
tickets? Where can they get tickets?
Oh, if it's at the Lincoln Theater, go to LincolnTheaterDC.com, and if you're in Richmond for the 27th of July show, you go to the Altria Center's website and get tickets there, and it's on our page. I'm going to be blasting it like every day.
Right. So thanks again,
it's my
Wes,
play,
our
my
sponsor,
play debut.
Umbrella. We got to get out of here.
Yes.
But thanks again to Wes out there in Umbrella.
Yes.
Make sure you guys lock
Thanks
and
to
load
our
with
amazing
them.
guests.
Thanks to our amazing guests.
Thank
You
you.
guys
Yeah.
are amazing. Give it up for our guests. Up next, the Nakia Wright Show is in
Yes,
the building.
Lady
Make sure you
Wright
guys
is in the
tuned.
building,
Lady
y'all.
Wright, shout out to her and her whole cast. She has an amazing crew that comes through and supports her every week. They have an amazing show, so make sure you guys stay locked and loaded with them.
Yes.
They up next. So we got to get out of here because they're going to kick us out. But I always have to end the show with this. And just for you guys who
You
don't
got like 2
normally
minutes.
tune in. don't normally tune in to Spotlight Over the City. We always try to keep positive energy, but we keep it fun.
Yep.
So we try to be like a family show. And so a lot of people out there going through a lot of things financially, this and that. And always remember this. There's always somebody doing a little bit worse than you.
Yep. Ain't that
So
something?
I know that sometimes it seems like your burden is like the one that's going to crumble you. But this is what I want you to do. Look back at your past. Look back at it, right? And it's some things, I'm having a show, it's some things that be going on in your past that you didn't know that you was going to overcome. But when you look back at it, it's small potatoes. It looked like a mountain at the time. But when you look back at it, you smooth sail right through that thing, and now it was just an illusion. When you look back, it never even happened, right?
Yeah.
That's what your future looks like. That big mountain that you're looking at ahead of you is going to look back. You look back at it, it's going to look this big. But you got to persevere and push through.
Yes, you
cannot let it make you stagnant. No one follows a park bus. Keep on moving. And on that note, we got to get out of here. But love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight Over the City. Woo!